Today, we're looking at Super Return of the Jedi for the Super Nintendo. Super Return of the Jedi was released on the Super Nintendo by JVC in 1984. Join the rebellion and defeat the Death Star in a 16-meg universe filled with Star Wars finale action. Command 5 characters including Wicket the Ewok, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and face the Emperor's worst including Jabba the Hutt and the Emperor himself. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us this channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, is Super Return of the Jedi any good today? Here was our review of Super Return of the Jedi for the Super Nintendo. The story follows the movie. You first start off in a desperate attempt to rescue Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt. After that, you go to Endor to destroy the shield generator, while various members of your party embark on a mission of their own. And Luke's mission? To find and destroy the Emperor and redeem his father, Anakin Skywalker. And yes, you do have to confront Darth Vader and the Emperor in the Death Star. The game is told by cutscenes and are done really nicely. Platform action and beat-em-up aspect of the first two games are still present in the third game in this trilogy. There are some additional features that improve your chances of defeating the Emperor. The character select option is back, though Luke is clearly the best pick in terms of ability, even though he doesn't use a blaster in this game, but Leia and Chewie, who have possessed a blaster, are also an option. And later in the game, you can also play as Wicket the Ewok. Wicket fights with a bow and arrow. You can now jump and bounce on trees and other objects that those arrows stick to reach higher platforms. The game controls are pretty much the same. You choose your preference scheme to start playing, then you can still modify them. Use a special attack, throw a thermal detonator, double leap, and attack. Chewie and Leia's spin attack when she's in gold bikini chain mode. Force powers, saber toss, and other awesome abilities are also included. One important point is that a force power or two, most notably elevation, were removed. This is definitely done to balance the games because Luke's began the game with all of his force powers this time, and elevation would make some of the game's vertical sections a little too easy. Rebel emblems have been added to the new pickups. There are gold coins of the Star Wars world, but in Empire Strikes Back, we're the source of free points. You get a 1-up whenever you gather 100 of them. Since additional lives were hard to come by in the first two games, this game makes it a little bit easier. Characters and backgrounds were generally well done. Both the game's opening level and the first level you play on Endor attempt to give you the impression that it's three-dimensional. Even if its three visuals are common in games today, such were extremely uncommon in the past and should be commended. The backgrounds are nicely done. The Emperor's throne room, Endor, and Jabba's palace all look really nice. The characters are also done well. Luke, Chewie, Han, Leia, and Wicket all had amazing appearances. The Mode 7 returns for a few levels. In the first level, traveling to Jabba's palace, the speeded bike chase on Endor, flying a Falcon at the Death Star, and a final level when you fly into the Death Star to destroy it. The music is taken from the familiar John Williams score, and there are some tracks that sounds like it's from Star Wars, but not from any of the movies. For the most part, I enjoyed the soundtrack, just like the first two games. The sounds were pretty good in this game. When you activate your lightsaber, it sounds just as electrifying as they did in the movie. And the sound it makes when the saber is swung is quite delightful to hear. The blaster also sounds good. There are a few voices from the movie later on, and when you characters suffer damage, it actually sounds like them. Jabba's laugh is sampled as well, as are the Ewok voices. The Wookiee roars, Vader's breathing, the rest are just grunts and cries. But some of them will get on your nerves after a while. So, is Super Return of the Jedi worth playing today? Although Return of the Jedi is still an enjoyable game, it's probably my least favorite of the series. The fascinating characters, expansion levels, the vehicle stages are good, and the rich graphics and great soundtrack will entice you. The game is unfortunately severely tarnished by the unpleasantly combat issues, sometimes clumsy controls, repetitive tunes, and occasionally faulty platform recognition. However, despite these issues, I still thought the game was still really good. The voice samples will definitely get on your nerves after a while. But overall, I did have fun with this game, and I would still highly recommend this. Super Return of the Jedi for the Super Nintendo is getting an 8 out of 10. What did you think about Super Return of the Jedi for the Super Nintendo? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That will do for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great day.